Here we are with an unboxing and demonstration of the Defender series case from OtterBox. This is for the BlackBerry Bold 9700, but this design of case applies or is made for a whole range of smartphones from iPhone to Samsung to BlackBerry to HTC. We're just demonstrating with the 9700 here. So this is the ultimate in protection cases from OtterBox, and it gives you quite a lot of protection. There are 3 layers of protection as indicated on the back here. So let's take a look at what you get. This is the official packaging. So we open it up and we can remove one part from this like so, and we've got a secondary part here as well. So let's just remove that. So let's start with this. This is the belt holster. It's an optional part of the Defender series case. On the back here we've got a full 360-degree rotatable clip designed for going onto things like your belt or potentially clothing, if you wear overalls or something like that when you're out and about in the field and working. So made of very rigid plastic. I'm putting a lot of strength into trying to bend that, and you really can't. It's very strong indeed. So you take the other core components of the case, you slide this in like so and push it down firmly, and now that's holstered within the case. So on your belt or your clothing or what have you, the screen is protected because it's up against the back plate here, and then you've got the back of the case and foam protecting that. So you can then just pop it out like so when you want to use it. And then let's take a look at the elements that you get here. So you've got an outer skin. Now with the Defender case, these are certainly the most tricky of cases to fit, but do provide the best level of protection. You're generally going to want to keep your phone in this case. So if you've got a work phone or something, you know, it can constantly be left in here. So we've got this outer shell, sort of silicone rubber. We've got access to a lot of the ports and controls, or the ability to press buttons. We've got pieces that fold out like so to give us that versatility, cut out for cameras and what have you. And then we've got the hard inner shell here. So the different cases will have a slightly different setup for each of them, but what you can do is you can pull it apart, remove the model, and you pop your phone in. So let's take the BlackBerry Bold. So this is for demonstration purposes only. There are different cases for different devices. So we pop the back on like so. Now you can already see that that's given us a level of protection. There is an extra protection now over the camera and the flash. So if you're into your pictures, this might not be the case for you, because that can have some effect on the image quality, but they try to keep that to an absolute minimum. We then snap on the next part there to give the added protection to the front. Now, because this has a keyboard, they've left access to this, but it's very well formed to provide a sort of cut off here that then the screen is protected. Now this isn't touchscreen on this device, but what we have got here is a piece of membrane to protect the screen, which would allow you to still use touchscreen oriented devices, but this will absorb fingerprints, dust, some water, and other light impacts to the actual screen. So if you had a full touchscreen device, that would of course stretch out for the whole of the device. And then what we do is we pop the device within this silicone shell. So this is another level of protection. Now what you can see is we're working it around the grips on the plastic shell. So this can take sometimes a few minutes to get it all sort of set up and fitting correctly. So we can see on the side here, this is right back to the actual device itself. We can still access these ports for charging, but we've got these big rubber pieces that fit in there to protect the port itself. you can see it's quite a good fit, so that's why you have to sort of give it a bit of a play, make sure it's all on there. So there it is, protected in there. You've got this softer outer shell which takes the first bit of shock absorption. You've then got the hard inner shell which is going to protect the device even more, and then you've got the device itself. Now this is slightly different because it's got the front facing keyboard, so this is still exposed, but this is quite a hard wearing bit of kit anyhow, but if it was touchscreen this would all be protected and you have that membrane there as well. The whole raised piece around the edge is going to protect the screen when it's face down, or should it drop onto something sharp or something like that, you've got the piece around the edge that's going to try to take the impact first before the actual screen, and then of course you've got the optional holster as well. So that is the Defender case from OtterBox, demonstrated with the BlackBerry Bold 9700, but available for other devices at clove.co.uk.